So I am just so excited today because if you watch my other video, I crushed it in the tournament. I got the archer, but I was pretty tactful, pretty sneaky. So I just kind of wanted to walk everyone through like what I was doing because it's a free to play account. We're on day 47, and realistically, I think we were on day 43, 44 when the tournament started. It's a brand new account. Like I wasn't expecting much, but the people in my group weren't really pulling it through. I had a bunch of energy potions sitting in the bank, just waiting to be used. So I figured, why not go for it? See how far I could get. If anything, getting to 10,000 points got me a legendary skill tome anyway, so that was awesome. But what I did was pretty much bring up a bunch of food champions to rank 5. I got one, two, three, I think I got 9 champions up to rank 5 that are just food. On top of that, I upgraded Ruella to 6-star. I brought up, let me show you my champions. I brought up 2 other people to level 50 just in case I needed to level them. That being Luella, Ultimate Gaelic. I didn't even have many. Sorry, I didn't even have many upgrade pots or experience potions brews, but it didn't matter. I actually kept stacking them up. I think I had 200 void ones, so I did use those on champions that were 4 stars just to get them a couple levels up before I'd bring them into a 5-star person. I was trying to get anyone that was 4 stars up to around level 16, level 17 before I even made, whether they were food or whatnot. Food, even then, just getting the points to 16, 17, then I would rank up a champion using them. I took all of my champions that were epics that had not been leveled, and I added some, I brought them to like level 16. You'll see I've got, 19, 18, 18, 18, 18, 17, all of these champions, just played with, brought them up. Um, that was the first thing I did. So that got me up to around 11,000 points. At that point, the person next to me was at 4,000. I was feeling good. That 7,000 buffer was an awesome spot to be after one day. The next day I woke up, this random dude who wasn't even in my radar got up to around 8,000 points. And that had me nervous, and they were creeping and creeping, and they actually pulled ahead of me by about 5,000. From that point, I had already, excuse me, I had already, pulled a bunch of food champions up, pulled a couple of champions that were ready to go to level 60 if need be, or level 6-star and level them up from there. Especially Luella with all those books. I was planning on really just packing a punch there, getting myself about 900 points. I had some skill tomes. I did use all the skill tomes I had at the time on Rathalos. So if you can see, I used 7 on him, or sorry, 5 on him for the event. I used a bunch of epic skill tomes. Probably could have dialed back towards the end, but that's okay. I put anything that I had in terms of just, rare skill tomes on my champions just to make that possible for them, and just had to hit it home. But the main advice that I want to give people out there is, one, if you have champions, whether they're 3-star, 4-star, 5-star especially, before you put them into a champion to rank them up to the next level, if they're going to be food, at least put some levels on them. If they're 3-star, maybe get them up to 10, level 10. If they're 4-star, level 16, 17. If they are 5-star, get up to level 24. It took 12 runs on 12-3 Brutal to get this to happen. And I'm glad I did, because it was like an extra almost 300 points or something like that. Let's see, 6 times 30. All right, it was more like closer to 200 points, but still, that was a huge part of me getting up at the end. The other thing was knowing when the event ended. I knew for me it ended, I think, 6:36 a.m. Had my alarm set for 5:30, pushed it that last hour. Realized the person that was ahead of me seemed to have just thought that I was checked out, that I was going to lose. They probably noticed that around 6:30 every morning I wasn't adding any value to my account or my score. Big loss for them, because I just snuck in there and I sniped it, and I feel good about it. The other thing that came along too is, part of this event was Dungeon Divers. So I was able to get a lot of goodies throughout there with energy, books. Um, those things were great. As I mentioned before, Rathalos getting all the extra stars, just bonus. Like being able to awaken him to 3 stars right now is awesome, and I feel pretty confident that I'll be getting him to 4. So I kind of can thank how hard I pushed in the tournament to that too as well. Um, so there's another Dungeon Divers. I'm gonna push. I don't know how hard I'm gonna have to push. I might have to push very hard. I don't want to have to get to 5,200, but I haven't been paying attention to the events that are coming up. Let's see if I can pull up the calendar. That's not important. But I just want you guys to know if you're free to play, it is possible to win these tournaments. You just have to choose them smartly and kind of see what the pool is doing around you. If nobody is making moves, make that early jump and then see who wants to challenge you. And if they pass you, maybe just kind of lay down for a little bit. Let them think they've won. And then at that point, stab them in the back, pull it up for the win. You know, Archer is a champion that all these whales are going for, and I'm sure they're blowing their bank on. I spent nothing. I also got some pretty nice 6-star legendary relentless gear. I think this was one of the pieces, as well as this defense champ. 6-star. What I'm hoping to do is when I ascend this gear, HP would be beautiful for here. Just get that extra, and the main reason HP is because this champion is going to heal allies by 10% of their max HP. So the more I have here, the more I'm healing my champions. So thanks for hanging with me. I'm just super excited. I probably don't even sound it because at the end of the day, I wasted a bunch of resources and I thought I was going to lose at one point. But it's awesome. I can totally see how in these tournaments, if you go big on them, the reward, is awesome. But man, if I came in second, I would have been so bummed, pissed. So whoever Ragnar is, who I just beat out, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Have a good one, everybody. I'll have more videos up for you later.